Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video I'll be going through the West Coast versus Gold Coast game, in which Gold Coast literally just ran over the top of West Coast, winning by 70 points in the end, but could have easily been a lot more, and how it was really just another bad fancy game for me. Had a couple of guys just absolutely fail, and a couple picks do really well. So before we get into the video, remember to like and subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you know when I upload, and let's get into the video. So as you can see, West Coast, Duggan 113, absolutely huge. Could have even gone larger. I mean, he was on 15 at he was on 98 at 3/4 time, so we could have been looking at a 130 from him, and I think he'll be a good option for a lot of people. Round 14 guy. Going into the midfield a lot more. I mean, if I go to, I think DFS Australia is the one that I'm looking for, CBAs, and then we go to West Coast Eagles, and we look here, and you see here, Duggan down to 12% CBAs. So he just hogged the back line. Does that mean, again, I didn't watch this this game as I was out at a function, so I don't really know what happened. I just saw a lot of these scores. Witherden 11, and so Duggan got a 113, and I don't know how he got it. the key factors of CBAs and kick-ins really didn't show. So I'm wondering if it was just he was the fifth man in, the likes of Fiorini special and Gordon special, to that midfield, and was able to get those quick kicks away, etc. Let me just see. He ended up with 30 disposals, didn't he? He ended up 32, 4 and 4, 2 free kicks at the end, so that really negates itself. 32 touches, 4 and 4, so almost got that 8.5 threshold. And he also comes up against, who does he come up against next week? We just said he comes against Hawthorn. If he goes into the middle there, he could easily have another good game. I expect his ownership probably to go up to about 3%, as he looks like the prime defender to get this week. So he's looked amazing these last couple of weeks, to be honest with you. He's put up, what's his average now? 103 in the last 3 and 99 in the last 5. He's gone 103, 81, 96, 101, 113, and these two games as well, he could have easily gone and scored hundreds, and this game as well, he could have gone and scored a big game as well. And yeah, he really takes marks quite regularly. I'll make this a little bit bigger so you can see, and that was actually one of his worst marking games of the year. He just got the disposals to catch up, considering it's very similar to this North game with 4 marks, 4 tackles. Just got the 12 more kicks and 2 more handballs to get the points up. Witherden 106, can't rely on him when Hearn's back, to be honest with you, as that'll just be, Hearn will just take over that sort of scoring, and he won't get that. Kelly, again, a 115, break even 101, so wouldn't go there. Jimby annoyed most non-Jinby owners, or Jimby owners that traded him out, as he went and scored 96 off the back of 15 tackles, so 60 points through tackling. Did he take any marks? I'll have to go through here. Jinby took 1 mark, 16 tackles, so 67 points through marks and tackles, and only 28 points through 28 points through handballs and kicks. So not too disappointed in that, as I think Jimby will regress to his mean of around 40 or so points through tackling and marks, and lose that 27 points there, 27 to 30 points, and he goes back to a 70 guy. And at that price range, I got Will Powell basically for him. I'm pretty sure. Or what did I do? Or did I get McPherson? I think I got McPherson and Powell basically for him and another rookie, so I'm not too disappointed. Those McPherson and Powell will go back to their best, I think, in a uncontested game next week, and they'll do better in the long run. Sheed 81, I thought about getting him, glad that I didn't. Gaff, Neil, Rotham, no one else really here. Hunt had a bad game, which was really good for non-Hunt owners, 38 at halftime and only 16 in the second half. Off, and no one else really to talk about. Jack Darling broke his arm, so we could see another debutant there. if they even have anyone left. Then we go over to Gold Coast, and it was the Matt Rowell show. He basically is what I envision Jimby to be in a couple years as Rowell. He got 142, average of 96 this year, so not actually that bad at the price. What was he priced at? He was priced at 60k, and he's gone and had one or two bad games, but he's so inconsistent. But 17 tackles, so 75 points through marks and tackles. 4 free kicks against, which didn't help. Kicked a goal in the end, which basically somewhat negates the free kicks against. And he had still 54 plus 22, so 76 points in disposals, which is a really good amount as well. And yeah, so that's how he got his huge score. Witsy 99, Humphrey, no one expected this, 94. And I wouldn't jump on him just because of the price. We could see that there, and he's gone and scored 0 before, so wouldn't necessarily want to jump on that. It's not like a Williams who had been scoring 60s and stuff like that before he went and scored his big game. King 87, Powell 79. Just had a really bad first half, to be honest. Got 30 in the first, but then came back and got a 49-point second half. So not too worried, just a little bit down, maybe 10 or so points down off having a decent game. But 46 above his break even, he'll jump up to 700k and start making some good cash, as we see here. Will Powell, he drops 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He drops 86 out of his full rotation, but the 79 and 49 come further out of his rotation, meaning that I think he'll probably have a 50 or so break even next week, and that'll be really good for cash gen reasons. Ballard 77, Atkins 75, good recovery job from him, as he was on 3 at quarter time, and yeah, so really happy with his pick, as that's generated me so far close to 120k probably so far, and he'll have another low break even. If we look here, 102, 86, 75, he's going to have another low break even, probably even negative again, which will really help. I think it might even be like negative 10, 15, 20, which will really help to boost his price. And if it is negative 15 or 20 and he gets another 75, he'll go up again by another 60, 70k and start really getting close towards that 600k range before he even gets dropped. And I thought he actually had a decent game all round. It wasn't a ridiculous turnover game for him. I mean, I'll look it up quickly. And we see here, 1 second, let me bring it up. I'll just start talking about Davies. No, Florent. Fiorini had a pretty down game, so happy I didn't pick him up, as he was a guy that I thought about bringing in, but in the end decided against it. Here we go. Atkins had, in the end, 2 turnovers and disposal efficiency of 94%. That should keep him in the side. How many clangers did he have? Any clangers or anything? Freeze against 1. Doesn't say anything about clangers on this, so I'll quickly go and check on advanced. That's clangers. How many did he have? Looking here, Fiorini had more than him. Only had 2 clangers as well, so 2 turnovers, 2 clangers. Not bad. Not a bad performance at all from him. Out of how many disposals did he have in the end? He had, in the end, 18 disposals for 2 turnovers, 2 clangers is really good, and he should keep his spot in the team now. And we're probably, McPherson's not going to get dropped, so maybe McAndrew gets dropped, to be honest, or maybe Collins gets dropped, as Collins hasn't had the best couple of performances. Or is Lemons a midfielder or a defender? Or he could be a forward, to be honest. Lemons injured, I'm pretty sure, going by the fact that he made 28. Or was it just, that might have been the tactical. But Lemons probably is the one that drops out for Weller coming back. I don't think Atkins gets dropped anymore. Davies, Fiorini, Lukosius, and then McPherson here just had a horrific game pretty much from him. He gave away a free kick here, so 1 free kick, but just only had 4 marks in the end, and yeah, just didn't have the game that I was expecting from him. But hopefully against Hawks Is it down in Tassie, that game? Hopefully it's down in Tassie. What? Nope, they're not playing the Hawks. They're playing Brisbane at the Gabba. Okay, that should be an interesting game. It was West Coast at Tassie. Should be a good game for Duggan. And yeah, that should really help him playing at the Gabba against Brisbane. Should be a difficult side to run through. Like they were just apparently running it through the centre the whole time, so they really struggled, McPherson and stuff, to just be able to kick it around the back line, and that's why he struggled to get points. And only 7 kickouts as well. And if we look here at Gold Coast, who had the kickouts, it was Powell and McPherson got points out of that, and Aiken. So I have the 3 guys on kickouts, which against Brisbane as well, if Weller doesn't come back, that could be a free almost 60 points out of kickouts off just the kicker itself, and probably another 30 or 40 just off of guys kicking it to other guys, like Powell kicking it to McPherson, etc., etc. As it was Aiken, yes, it was. So that's that basically, and so disappointed obviously with McPherson, but not the end of the world, as you can say I picked it up with the golden VC that we'll go into. I've made up for his points, etc., and a lot of people had other people out that did even worse than that, and I'll be happy that a guy, like, think of it this way, my pick in McPherson was other people's mills, and it was something like 13% or something more, 13% I think in the top 1,000 or something like that, or in the top 10k had mills, and I think even something like 20% of them, something like 6% of them had Mills as VC or captain, so they really burnt that with a 3 that he got in the end. So happy that didn't get that, and yeah, happy for that. And that's really it for this game. So that's the review of the West Coast versus West Coast versus Gold Coast game, and how Gold Coast just ran over the top of them and didn't really need to kick it around the back, which I should have seen probably, and gone for Johannesson, which we'll talk about tomorrow, I think. And is that the video we'll do tomorrow? Or they're considered the latest game of the Saturday night game, so that might be the Tuesday video. But yeah, should have seen that coming with Gold Coast, and probably traded away from that. But Will Powell has the better buy, and it'll probably help me out in the future if Will Powell gets back up to the high scoring ways and McPherson picks up his game. So that's the video, and I'll see you guys in another video. Thanks guys, goodbye.